SA1 amounts of fun. I do like the intro here. That's really cute. Very well done. Good use of color space. Jario, Mario's lost cousin, is addicted to Fire Frontline Tour. Will he be able to defeat the evil Shigaraki gang and escape from Gacha Hell? Probably not. Oh, Gacha Trouble. That's a nice art. Okay, lots of things are happening here. This seems pleasant so far, actually. Note to self, do not run into the raccoon. Pedro. I did not see the Pedro. What's the highest possible number? Do you start counting at 0? I got these from God, these are old. From like Ampersam's repo. So the highest number is, what was the highest number? 86, I think? And no, it does not start at 0. If it was up to me, it probably would have, but okay, that's how those work. I think he's got to be like a Mega Man enemy, right? Just looking at him. He's got a Capcom look to him. This guy level actually has something going on for it. It's not just questionable, it's also pretty cool. How do I get through there? Not like that. Art's not hard. Who made this one? Let me look real quick. It was... Oh, Anorakun. It all makes sense. This is totally Anorakun. He likes this style of thing. I haven't played a lot of his work. I think I moderated one of his hacks a million years ago, possibly. It has been too long. What the X's are supposed to symbolize. Pearl throwing Tanuki doesn't seem very fun. I would say it's not great. I don't think there's any RNG, though. Like, I think it's very consistent. So, like, as long as I watch the cycles, it's not so bad. Gotta RNG the orb out of it. That would be kind of funny if it just the orb popped out at some point, but I don't think that's how it's gonna work. It would be really funny, though. Alright, so that's how you handle that part. Now, how do I handle this part? Like, I legitimately do not see a way to get through this. Oh, that's how you get through it. You just wait. Well, there's the RNG part. I don't like this. What? What am I? Oh, I need to spin jump on one of the fallen ones. And then sprite stacks. Oh, there's no invulnerability timer either. Alright. Art indeed. Alright, well, there we go. We now understand the crux of the level. Thought I'd come in high enough. Oop. But yeah, I played a bunch of Anorakun levels recently in the Boxman Tenno hack. For Quack Jam. And that was quite the experience. I still don't think anyone actually read my notes. I don't actually look at the weblogs to check, but, like, no one complained. That's one of the things you can know about, like, a contest where no one actually cares about the results, is no one complains about anything. Remember the first contest I did, there was a lot of complaining. Not about my notes, but about, what was it? Someone else's notes. Doesn't matter. But basically there was a level that was, like, just glitch-tastic. very much all in the vanilla glitch style. There's some funny interactions. Have fun. And I really enjoyed it. It was just like weird interaction puzzles. And there was one judge who did not like it at all because they didn't know about the... it didn't teach you about a specific glitch that you needed to beat it. It was the fireball into escalator glitch. Dang it. And the fireball into escalator glitch is just weird, because like if you shoot a fireball into an escalator, like the fireball moves into a weird location. And I think it's consistent, but you need to know about it to be able to... Those are sprite killers, good to know. This would have been obvious that I paid more attention to these guys. But that was a bit of an issue. I don't have any other, like, judging dramas I've seen. Not really. Like, the Quack Jam and Hack Jam ones went, like, dang it, swimmingly comparatively. Just like, okay, the results are out. Cool. And then no actual commentary on the SMW Central Discord or on the SMW Central forums. So, like, I do wonder if there is commentary, and it's just I wasn't able to see it. And the only part that possibly would have been of any, like, actual drama would have been my comments on Memoby. I did not like Eggman. I did not like RNG Memoby. I thought it was just too many things layered on top of each other. Okay, cool. We got back to this next RNG part. I think this part just is here to waste your time. It's an oddly consistent type of RNG. Like, I respected what they were trying to do, but I did not enjoy playing it. Anything I can do here other than take a hit? Just have to wait for these guys to move into better positions. Cool. I guess taking a hit was the thing I needed to do. Okay, what am I looking at here? Maybe he'll bounce himself into the Sprite Killer? It's a lot of bubbles. I don't know if fireballs kill bubbles. I think I may have made everything worse by waiting. Well, I guess if all the ball slots are now filled with coins, this is feasible. Alright. Figures. Oh, it's a survival room. I just realized. Oh, I was almost there. Art. It certainly is. Now, what am I doing? I just need to wait for those. Or I need to wait on the screen before, I think. I think that's it. Wait for this. I have strats for everything else. What kind of sprite is it? I think it is Mega Man. When I saw like the style of the level, and I saw this sprite, my first thought was Anorakun. I think Anorakun really does like Mega Man sprites for some reason. For some reason, I think it. I don't know what reason he could possibly like them for. But like, there's a stylistic thing going on here. But it definitely screams of, like, Game Boy Mega Man. Okay. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on here, but I'm also not going to complain. Come on. Hit the bubble. Okay, that one's bubble immune, or bubble immune, fire immune. this was a terrible plan. I think you definitely just want to hit that at the start. What I really want to do is deprive the thing of sprite slots, but I can't do that. Honestly, the second room I think is my least favorite, because I think it's entirely determined by how fast you do the first room. How annoying it is. There we go. Yeah, it is absolutely determined by that. Now I can sit and wait. First thing that my total was like a 4... It must have been 400 and just over-scrolled to 200. Instead of being at 4K. What else? Honestly, not much has happened of terrible interest. No! Oh, crap. I think the right option is just to jump down there and go. Oh, because he's facing the other way? That doesn't work. Okay. Interesting. I didn't consider that aspect. Yep, okay, so definitely don't want to do that. I'd say I'm learning, but I'm really not. Okay. I wish there were fewer parts here where I just had to wait. Yeah, the 400 with the 200 over it. Ugh. Got a project I need to work on a bit more, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Did some of the hard parts, and then spent some time trying to figure out how archive.org's API works, and... It's a bizarre, old API. If you want to see what pages are available. Oh, that worked out better than expected. Oh, I got lucky there. Okay, so I think if you hit him with the fireball, he gets stunned, and that's why he stopped bouncing. Alright, so there we go. And that is, in fact, a slidable surface. Okay, cool. That didn't help. Okay, I'm learning important bits and pieces. But I'm not patient enough. That's why I don't play gacha games. I'm not patient enough. That, and I have yet to see any that actually pique my interest. Alright, that one should have killed me. Guess in other good news, turns out that I didn't lose my Neopets account. I thought I had. I tried to log in my password, and I tried to get the reset password thing to work, and it didn't work. And then I opened Firefox yesterday to do an Xbox, to check on a thing with Xbox, and lo and behold, it worked. So... Can you please die now? It's going to take less time in the past. So that was nice. Okay, since you don't get to keep power-ups in the box anyway, it doesn't actually matter. Still don't quite understand the interaction between fireballs and these weird tanuki things. Dang it. Flip the side of him. Would love to keep the power-up when I'm on top of the platform for at least a second or two. That would be nice. That should have killed me. Looks like it's getting more RNG over time. Yeah, Archive.org's API isn't bad. I just need to sit down and use it. What's nice is it actually tells you which ones are all the same, which, to be expected, it should definitely do that, but I didn't know it was going to. They include a digest with it, but I don't know what kind of digest it is. I'm kind of curious what algorithm they're using. Oh! Right, I can slide there. The thing is, I know that once I get past the, that last section, there'll probably be a midway. Feels about right. We'll see. Just wish I'd have to wait for this room. Big waste of time. It does drive home the theme, but it's still a big waste of time. My sister plays a gacha game. She plays that Genshin thing, but I think she mostly plays it because her friends play it. Not that she has a specific, like, driving need to play specifically Genshin. I wanted to see how sliding would work, but that didn't seem to work so hot. Also got a stack of things to test out on Windows. Unrelated thought. A stack of things to test out for Windows 98 streaming in the future. Was close. Ish. I should have gone with a bubble jump. There were good odds I could have just bubble jumped it. They are on slightly different cycles. I guess that's something I'm considering. I'm thinking I might go to GDQ. Looks like registration is still open. There's a chance I could still go. Don't know about hotel capacity, but you know. The major issue with that is it's the same. It starts the weekend of ICFP. So I'm not skipping ICFP for that. So I'd have to show up a little bit later. Which I guess is probably fine. I think it'd be fun to road trip out there, but like if I'm gonna do that, I can't really do that post ICFP. ICFP just wrecks my sleep schedule in general. Well-being. Just the thing it does. I am optimistic about ICFP this year. There's been a couple not-so-great ones in most recent memory, and this one looks like they're taking inspiration from some of the cooler... two of the cooler ones and one of the lamer ones. So we'll get to see. Oh, that worked. And there... that was a midway of sorts. Cool elephant, bro. It's kind of vaguely musical. Oh no, wait, I guess those are vents, not piano keys. Hey, it's Solitaire! Who doesn't love Solitaire? What is ICFP? ICFP is the international... oh god. Bumpties. Let's see where it puts me back. International Conference on Functional Programming. Oh good, there is a midway. We're not supposed to talk about the elephant, but it's here! It's so pleasant! It's definitely a Mega Man sprite. looking at the color usage, I would guess from one of the NES ones. Possibly Game Boy. You never know. 4 colors that work there, too. Oh, they're Donkey Kong. I didn't even notice the Chucks were weird. Okay. Bumpty dance is your chance to do the bump. That worked. But yeah, it stands for International Conference on Functional Programming, and we were talking specifically about the contest. So ICFP puts on a programming contest every year, ostensibly to prove that functional programming is useful. But basically, you get awarded both to your team and your language of choice, and functional programming has not been high up on the list for quite some time. A few years back, my team actually did win an award, which was kind of cool. So I'm a certified cool hacker now. But it's always some sort of different kind of problem. Sometimes it can be an optimization problem. Sometimes it can be a variety of puzzles you need to solve. There was one year where quite literally was just, here's Pac-Man, implement Pac-Man. And you know what? That was a lot of fun. That is a... Can I clock? You know, I probably shouldn't try to dupe that in retrospect. It was not a smarter move. What's dysfunctional programming? AGL mostly. What would a functional programmer call dysfunction? I guess that's useful. It punted me down there. I can't end up back up there. Get through there. So that's sprite killers. Those are bumpties. I'm gonna guess the water's bad. Damn it. Object-oriented? Yeah, certainly. I guess I should drop a link or something, because I feel it's relevant. ICFP contest. Here's the YouTube. Wikipedia link. But they've been doing it for a number of years, and they show off the languages that are used. Like last year, I guess that's been updated for last year. But Rust, Python, and Go took first place. Rust, C++ in Python. Rust, C++ in Python. This Haskell won in 2016. Haskell 16. I guess you see Haskell. F# in 11. I still love that in 2006 they chose 2D, which was a language that you had to use for the contest. Which was really fun, actually. It was lambda calculus, but with circuits. I think 2D was like one of the funner set of puzzles in that set. There were a lot of cool puzzles in that, including Smellular Automata and other things. And an adventure game that wasn't actually an adventure game. It was actually theorem proving. But it was still fun to solve, even by hand. Get rid of you bumpties. But yeah, me and my friends have done it every year for a long-ass time. The winners reserve bragging rights to claim the language as the program tool for choice for discriminating hackers. Yep. We got the judge's prize, so we get to claim that we are a bunch of very cool hackers, or whatever the exact phrasing is. But the fact that it's 2D, and frequently that it's not a functional language, is always a bit of amusement. I think the key thing here is I don't want to get launched into the dry bones. That's the best I can give you. Oh, I can't try again if I fail it. I can't jump from the water, though. That's good to know. Oh, thanks. I mean, we were given the judge's prize for having a really good write-up. So it's not, like, an amazing prize in the grand scheme of things, but I'm still pretty happy. I did a lot of work on that. Snyder did a lot of work on it. I typically always end up being the one who does the write-up. Because I'm usually one of the people who's willing to go to sleep last. And technically the team captain, but we don't really do much with that. I don't get a hat or anything. I just get extra... get to spend extra time organizing things. But yeah, looking forward to this year. Should be good. They're inspired by 2005's Universal Machine, which was a lot of fun. That was the one with 2006's Universal Machine. That's the one with 2D, the language, and a bunch of others like Black Knots and the adventure game. Also, QBasic, the basic, I guess, not QBasic, but basically it's basic where you do everything with Roman numerals, and you do everything with Roman numerals, and there's no concept of zero. The way it worked was sort of phrased, oh, I need to be big to get through there, right? Unless I bounce off the... No. Well, maybe. It was close. But yeah, it was basically a bunch of small problems. Once that you kind of... It was treated as if you were logging into a Unix system called Umix. After you built a virtual machine to make the binary they gave you run. One of the major challenges was creating a virtual machine that was fast enough, as it turned out. There was some bits of trickery that were kind of important to read the spec. I think people still occasionally like try to outcompete each other on Sandmark, just so you can build the fastest UM. Right, that's the problem with going in here small. But yeah, once you logged in, it gave you some points. You submitted a token to the central scoring server, and you got some points. And then you had to get other accounts, and so you looked in like other places and discovered that, oh hey, there's this password cracking utility that's slightly broken. And written in QBasic. Or Basic. Basic. So once you fix it up and add support for appending numbers to the ends of passwords. Oh, I'm still host. Then you can crack and get into like a couple more accounts and so on and so forth. And eventually you've got a whole like little set of different puzzles to solve. 2D, there was a balance, which was a rewrite system. Or wait, no, was balance the rewrite system? There's one that I remember having a lot of fun with, which was the non-orthogonal language. Basically, imagine if you were programming an assembly and every instruction did two things. One of which you probably didn't want to do. And there are only 4 instructions to make it worse. There was like science, physics, and something else, I forget. It was a silly encoding system. But the trick of that language was basically figuring out how to express what set of registers you wanted to munge, because everything would do. So if you use the effective add instruction, it would also multiply, it would also subtract from another register. And so it was basically a matter of like getting enough of your side effects mitigated for any given challenge to work. And most of the challenges weren't that bad at start. Like it was like get a specific value into a specific memory slot or something. Basically what I ended up doing, my strategy was mostly just brute forcing to find things that would give me the right register set and then doing stuff. I've just QBasic since middle school. Yeah, me too. I had fun with it in like middle school and high school. Really should have gotten into a better language earlier. Python existed. I should have learned it. It would have been better. Surprised your first class in uni was Borland C? I mean, I could see it. No pun intended. Like, there's nothing wrong with learning C first. Though it does inspire some bad habits, I suppose. But those bad habits would have been there regardless. Dang it. There's the classic, like, MIT approach, which is like, if you teach someone basic, they will be forever tainted. You must teach them the blinding hot truth light of Lisp first, or else they will be bad programmers forever, which I think is highly debatable. But everyone should learn a little bit of Lisp if you're going to be a programmer. It's so simple. And I have a great respect for S expressions. Whenever I really need to do something, S expressions are just such a great way of expressing things. And of course, parsing them is so simple. It's just a recursive descent parser. You don't need any like fancy parser generator bullshit. You don't need undecidable grammars like C++. Nope. Just good old recursive descent. One of the best types of parser. Alright, after that, what's another good ICFP contest? Dang it, why can't I clear it? Can't do it from standing, I guess. Or at least not easily. Dang it. It's a tight jump. The other one that was inspired by, that they're taking inspiration from, is Endo. Where sort of the theming was you need to save Endo, this alien that crash landed on Earth, by transforming him and his environments to be more hospitable to him. So he starts out looking like an alien, and you need to turn him into a cow. And the way you do this is completely via image stuff. So like there's two halves. There's an image language, which is suspiciously similar to Logo, if you've ever done Logo, with paint buckets and upping and getting pens in the right spots. Finally! It's not when I need to jump. Not when I need to take a hit. But there was another language that would produce this, and it was the DNA language. And what it basically boils down to is iterated regexes. As weird as that sounds. It works, but it's iterated regexes. And since the whole thing like balloons up to a couple hundred megabytes of size, you need to be very careful about how you throw away strings. Like huge chunks of that contest for most of the contestants were spent speeding up their implementations to be fast enough. I don't know why I'm so... I've soft-locked myself. I done soft-locked myself. Thank goodness for kill. All you need is kill. To be fair, I wouldn't hold that against the level creator in the slightest. There's not even any benefit to duping things. I just wanted to do it. Just wanted to dupe it. But yeah, once you actually got into it, though, the whole thing was huge. So a bunch of the various parts of the image were controlled by different subsystems. For instance, and you can basically turn the entire execution of it into sort of a weird tree. It's basically a call tree. And so understanding how and what things are being called, and then using your DNA stuff to patch the DNA so that it calls the right things. So like one of those really easy ways to get points was to fix up the color of the... There was one thing, there's like a big storage, one of those metal storage containers. And once you fix the color of the metal storage container, you got a lot of points. Ditto, and there was another simple one, like the flowers were colored wrong, so you just change the order in which they're drawn. The part where I got stuck and decided not to continue was after I accidentally turned Endo into a duck. Didn't actually want him to be a duck. But it happens. It also got a duck stuck somewhere in a tree. I don't know what happened with that, but I think it had to do with like a misalignment of the stack after returning from the draw duck function. We'll draw ducks. It drew a lot of ducks. But there were other things in there you could discover, hints and things, and then there's like some stenographic stuff in there. Like one of the things was hidden as like a bunch of binary text. A bunch of binary in there, and you would have to decode it, and then it turned into a sound file, which turned into an image file, and, you know, that kind of nonsense. I think that gave you a hint on one specific aspect of it, and only one specific aspect. Another fun thing was that the entire thing also had a document system, kind of like Java Docs. It was called FunDoc. Was the critter type was a Foon. Hey, look at that! I managed to beat this part! Okay. Alright, forward one. Tank Lorita. Ora, 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 ora. I want to get up there. At least I got a midway. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Alright, well. Wait. What am I supposed to... Oh, I need to get across that. Which involves getting across the bumpty with the saw. Thanks, I hate it. Roll-a-da. Right. Because, yeah, that was the thing in the, dang it. Yeah, the dub had Tank Lorry. This has the Road Roller. Because it's from the JoJo fighting game that everybody loved back in the day. Some of those, like, stick animation stuff that they'd post occasionally at F. Still not great. I'll probably figure out a better strategy for that as I go along. Actually, it doesn't matter if I come up with a better strategy for that. Okay. Just realized there's no roof on that, and that makes this whole part a little bit easier. Ah! Oh, those are Aries. I thought they were fish. You know what? I know what this level's gonna be long. Ask me how I know. So in addition to 1-up doors, you can also make moon doors. And dragon coin doors. These other ones are used a little less often. I probably didn't want that. Definitely didn't want that. Yep, that was bad timing. How do I know? Well, because of the moon doors and the dragon coin doors. Clearly there's going to be a moon pipe and a dragon coin pipe at some point in the vaguely near future. Since you can't keep power-ups, there's no reason not to burn that mushroom there. So I'm at checkpoint 1. I'm at checkpoint 2 of 4. Which probably means there could also be a boss. Oh. This is one I don't even remember seeing the first time around, so I don't think I ever played this when the set first came out, nor ever saw someone who was judging play it. Or someone who was just playing it. There's a couple I definitely saw people play. Like, I think there was one that was this, like, train level that I don't think I ever played. There was the quiz one I never played until last session of this. Or was it the one before that? Doesn't matter too much. Hang out down here. It's safe down here. Hey, cool. Made it. Okay. Well, that could have gone worse. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, we got it. I like the moles. They're really cute. I wonder what they're from. Alright, so I'll take us back here, where now we can go through this. Which takes us to Tetris World. What's the door do? Oh, it just resets. And I spin the... What is the goal here? Does that do something? I'm missing something. I did like the Tetris music, though. Alright. Now we'll just try again. Alright, so I'm up here. Oh, I know what this is. It just suddenly occurs to me. This is 100 Room of Enemies type thing, where all the sprites have to be dead in order to proceed. That's the only thing that makes sense. And the reason I can't proceed is because of the shell. Anyway. I guess a large portion of that was just to say that that was a really cool ICFP, even though I didn't do very well. My implementation for Endo was incredibly slow. In part because I didn't use the right data structures. You need to use ropes. Okay, Eerie Spawner's gotta go. This is one of those where, like, there's enough content here for, like, 2 or 3 QLDC levels, in all honesty. And then the last one they were inspired by, I don't particularly like, because I felt like they squandered the potential of the contest. I felt like their idea wasn't great, unfortunately. But you basically received some interesting... Well, that wasn't great. But basically you had to rig up this machine that functioned kind of like a hypercard stack, I guess, or a big image map. And it just turned out to be Space War at the end. It was a lot of build-up and having to figure out things, and people were... It was collaborative. They kind of wanted to do this, like, ARG thing, which I think was not great. You kind of... Because if you paid attention to the ARG thing, you kind of got a little bit ahead of everyone else. Also, because we were all sort of solving in the same domain, it worked out that certain mistakes propagated. So, hilariously, we all ended up the first person to figure out stuff cracked it such that they'd chosen they'd chosen the wrong orientation for the screen, so everything was consistently upside down. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, that's just the accelerated ninja. That's solid. I only get 1 shell. So gotta be careful here. Said the man who wasn't careful. You know, this is the room I would have loved a reset door for, since there was only 1 fucking shell. But, oh well. Lesson learned. So thinking about it, what do I want to do in that room? Oh yeah, but it turned to Space War, which is cool enough, but like we basically figured out the correct strategy more or less, and it was not that exciting of a strategy. If you were defending, you couldn't lose. If you were attacking, you could lose, but only under certain circumstances. Like, it was just kind of dumb. I said, it felt like a waste of potential. The most interesting part is if you wanted to succeed at Space War, what you actually needed was the cheats. There were 2 cheats that could be acquired by messing around in the UI thing that they presented that turned out to be entirely superfluous because you do it all via rest commands. One was gotten by playing a lot of tic-tac-toe, basically finding all the ways to tie in a game of tic-tac-toe and playing them out, which is what I'd spent a non-trivial amount of time doing because I wasn't excited about playing Space War. Okay, that wasn't ideal, but it could have gone a lot worse. Speed to get up there. Great, I did the same thing again. And the other one, how did I find the other one? I felt like it was something else that was kind of dumb. But basically by messing around. I wasn't being helpful to my team by messing around. Ooh, got all the moons! But finding the double damage thing was really handy. blocks behave weird. Hello, mortals! This is Fowl, ready to sell your soul to buy this new season pass. It will give infinite perks. Buy it now! I see the Mario orb. Oh. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Really, oh, yeah, no. I don't know who Fowl is. And therefore, we'll continue to talk about ICFP. But yeah, it felt like it was a bit of a waste. Like, they could have done a bunch of cool stuff with that, and the Bashcourt mages went and made, like, a small demo showing what could have been, which was kind of cool. The Bashcourt mages always just do a good job of, like, making weird stuff after the fact. Just kind of their gimmick. No part of that was something I meant to do. Mario's hiding in the bush. This is a stupid strat and it's going to work. It's clearly an owl. Huh. Well, Jario did it. I even forgot his name was Jario. That's how long ago we started. Yeah, that was a cool level. Oh, and it still is. We get more plot. What was Jario actually setting out to do? I don't even remember. Jario blasted through to escape Gacha hell and succeeded in his mission, except now that he is addicted to the Pirate Electric Boogaloo Lane. Another Gacha game. Oh well. At least he tried. I guess it's like Azure Lane or something, maybe? I don't know. There's probably like 4 or 5 Gacha games in there that I don't recognize. I know Azure Lane exists. That's about it. Credits in the zip. They are not here. Also, Mario can Mario become a bird again? Yeah, Mario becomes a bird half the time. That's fun. Yeah, that was a fun level. Hard, but fun.